promise the back half of a doubleheader. Baylor women won a big game over 4th-ranked Utah to begin the night. Bears looking to run their record of 4-0 with a win over KC. Baylor ball to begin the game this evening. We'll give you the Baylor starters, 3 of which are newcomers in the lineup. Actually, 4 are newcomers in the lineup. Alley-oop to Eve Meese, and a foul on the floor. Meese starting his 2nd consecutive game, Pat, in the starting lineup for the first time Sunday against Gardner-Webb.
Yeah, and he's just a freak athlete. Got a decent look at it there. Play didn't go the way they wanted it to, but they'll retain possession with a foul. Charlie Melton measures maximum vertical jump. Meese's is 4 inches higher than the next best of anyone he's ever tested at Baylor. And the guy's 7 foot tall.
Inbounds to Jalen Bridges, banks it in from the left side. First 2 of the night for Bridges. Bridges the lone returner for the Bears. Here are the starters for KC, the former UMKC. Jamar Brown, Anderson Kopp, Christian Horsalt. Bunkalai and Foss, the 5 starters. Here's the 5 for Baylor. Jayden Nunn, Jacoby Walter, Ray J. Dennis, Jalen Bridges, and Eve Meese. Traveling call, turnover Bears. KC has it back.
And that's something he doesn't do very often. Ray J. Dennis at Toledo a year ago led the MAC in assist-to-turnover ratio, ran the most efficient offense in the country at Toledo. Turnover quickly in this one. Had 7 turnovers first half against Auburn. Came back, didn't turn it over at all in the second.
Horsalt drive, shot no good. Rebound put back with a foul. Melvin Ibankalai with the bucket from France. 6'8", 235-pounder. Solid play there with the offensive rebound, put back, and a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, they tried to go the, looked like they were going to go the alley-oop route, but just great work on the offensive glass. It's a team that didn't rebound it very well a year ago, Kansas City. Hole that they had to fill a couple of holes really was 3-point shooting. They were the 2nd worst 3-point shooting team in the country a year ago. Needed a playmaker. They've gotten both of those.
Trap at midcourt. Bears get out of it. 3-pointer by Bridges. He drains it from the left wing.
And Bridges is really the old-timer, the transfer from West Virginia, a guy that really didn't get kick-started until about the start of conference play a year ago. But leading rebounder on the team a year ago, and you can tell they go to him.
Bunkalai, mid-post. Ball knocked away from behind. Gladly taken the other way by Ray J. Dennis. Dennis into the paint, checks to the bucket and lays it in.
You know, he's a 3-level scorer. He can make a 3. He can take it all the way to the rim there, and he's got a nice little pull-up. It's a guy that's very experienced. He's at his 3rd school and understands what it's like to play big-time college basketball.
Boise, then Toledo, now here at Baylor. Another near turnover there. 3 by Kopp, left corner, no good. Loose ball tipped out, controlled by Jacoby Walter. Bears have numbers. Ray J. Dennis thought about a 3. Passes on the baseline to Nunn for the reverse layup.
You know, you've got guards on the floor now, and you've got some on the bench that can all do that. That's get the ball going downhill, hard to the rim, and they can either finish, get serious, and then on into games against Duke, Michigan State, Seton Hall, and others.
Tough non-conference schedule put together by Scott Drew and his staff this year. KC gets it across the timeline, trailing Baylor 9-3, early going first half in the Farrell Center. Kansas City off to a 2-0 start. Shot no good. Rebounded by Jayden Nunn. Brings it up himself. Little hand fighting in the paint there by the 2 bigs.
You know, these guards are also very good rebounders. You've got had almost 5 rebounds a game. Jacoby Walter, Jayden Nunn, good example there of just his ability to get to the glass. And Kansas City's just trying to find something that works. And Baylor has been turnover prone the first 3 games of the season. Kansas City's first 2 games, they have forced an average of 25 turnovers a game from the opponent. So that's their chance tonight.
So Scott Drew, head coach of the Bears in his 21st season, 22nd as a Division I head coach. That 1 year at Valparaiso. Winningest coach in Baylor basketball history. Coach of the 2021 national champions. Banner hangs in the Farrell Center. Scott Drew and the Bears winning the national championship in Indianapolis.
I remember that pretty well.
I never forget. Yeah, right?
Well, this is a new team, John, but I think it's a very promising team. They've got all the right pieces. They've got rim protection, Ojanwina and Misi. They've got on-the-ball defense with Jayden Nunn. I mean, it's a team that can surprise, I think, a lot of people. Got a lot of attention a week ago with the win over Auburn.
You know, the great thing, those guys on the bench, they'll never forget that either. But they don't rest on their laurels a bit. They want to do it again and work every day to try to make that happen. This underneath, run out by Ray J. Dennis. Nice dish under the paint. Right under the bucket to Jalen Bridges. A foul on the floor.
Dennis just seems to find the right guy. He's got a knack for it. Again, led the MAC in assists a year ago at Toledo, and he's a quarterback. He's just an orchestrator. Gets the ball where it needs to be at the right time. Now you've got Langston Love coming into the game, a guy that's really made an impact in just the first 3 games of the season. It's about time. Been plagued with injuries. Looking for an opportunity to break out.
Now is on Anderson Kopp. His first. There's Jacoby Walter. Muscles it up and in with a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
You know, he's always on balance. You see, quick move along the baseline, maneuvers his way to get a shot up without committing a charge or getting completely out of control. That play is exactly what he wants. A lane to the bucket where he's got an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's a very good free throw shooter as well. He was 10 for 10 from the line against Auburn.
First 3 of the night for Jacoby Walter out of McKinney. Bears lead at 12-3. It's a 10-0 run by the Bears. Nice start by Baylor. Spin to the bucket. Foul is called. Josh Ojanwina on at the post position. Nisi started, went to the bench. Pretty good 1-2 tandem right there between those two. You add in Jonathan Chumwa-Chachua available at the post also.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have, if you're going to be a good defensive team, you've got to have rim protection. And with Ojanwina and Misi and Chumwa-Chachua, you really couldn't ask for more. Right now, Misi leads the Big 12 in block shots at over 3.5 a game.
Wow. Anderson Kopp dribbles on the perimeter, drives on the baseline. Nearly lost it, picks it up, and puts it in. Anderson Kopp, the bucket. Only player that's been there at Kansas City over 2 years.
You know, he broke his wrist a year ago, played just 4 games all season long, and you're going to see he's kind of the floor general for this team. They've got to have him.
Walter a 3, just off the mark, out of bounds, over to the Roos. That'll get us to a timeout. Baylor, the early lead.
He'll fill some spots he needed to fill, and he's hoping this is the year that they'll begin to trend back up.
16 starting lineups in 32 games last year. How about that? Because of injuries for the most part.
Yeah, what do you do with that?
Yeah, exactly. Hard to get much rhythm going. Turnover by Kansas City as they inbound the ball and bring it up. So turnover KC, handed over to the Bears. Leading 12-5 early going. Baylor did hit, has one 3-pointer tonight by Jalen Bridges. Starting a new streak that ended on Sunday, the game against Gardner-Webb. Baylor went 0 for 9 shooting 3-pointers. Snapped a string of 1,032 straight games going back to February of 1990. In which Baylor's had at least one made 3-pointer.
Yeah, you think you don't want to shoot threes just for the sake of shooting threes, but that's a thing. Yeah. I mean, that's a long, long time. A lot of games to go with threes. And you think John Baylor, over the last 4 or 5 years, has been among the Big 12 league leaders in threes a ball game, sometimes up near 10 a game. So that's unusual, but maybe just an aberration. Don't have to make them, don't shoot them.
Anderson Kopp, the bucket. You know, the old adage, you live by the 3, die by the 3s, meaning sometimes, you know, if you really rely on 3-point shooting to win, if they're not falling, what do you do? I think that shows that Baylor not really relying on the 3s so far this year.
I think that's right. I think when Big 12 play starts, when Bears move up a little bit in the quality of their opposition, that's going to make a difference. I saw Michigan State in its first 3 games is like 2 of 31 from the 3-point line, and that's how they lose to James Madison at home.
Yeah. KC basketball. Anderson Kopp had the bucket last time down the floor that made it 12-7. Here's Miro Little on the floor, freshman from Finland. Drive, layup, nice move and shot by Miro Little.
Told you a minute ago, each of the guards on the Baylor roster can do exactly that. Put pressure on you with dribble penetration. They can score, they can dish it. Nice play by Miro Little to get him going.
Langston Love is out there as well. Shot no good. Follow-up partially blocked at the rim. And the ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with Kansas City.
There's a scramble.
On the
yeah, scramble, and then there's the block by Bridges. But, John, the troubling part of that, right now, Kansas City has, of its 6 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. Not a lot to show in terms of second chance points. But right now they're competing on the glass and getting lots of shots because of it.
Artis Stapleton running the point, 6'3" grad student from Chicago. Caleb Lohner is on for Baylor. Langston Love is out there for the Bears as well. You know, if you talk to Coach Drew, first thing he says about this team is the depth. He said we can go 11 deep. Man, that is absolutely right with what we've seen so far.
Yeah, nice penetration here. Caleb Lohner got off of his feet. You get off your feet in that spot, you're really out of the play. Had to foul him. And Kansas City, again, is surviving. I mean, they're down 7 by getting to the offensive glass. They've taken 2 more field goal attempts than have the Bears. Because of that, again, not a lot to show for it, just 3 second chance points.
Stapleton, second free throw is no good. Missed them both. And a whistle and a foul there. Looks like that was called on Melvin Bunkali or Bunkalai?
It's a lie.
Bunkalai. Thank you.
It's a big lie.
It's a big dude.
Well, another set of 5 on the floor. Miro Little.
Trying to set a screen in the backcourt, whistled for the offensive foul.
Yep. And this, again, it's right now early season. It's really a matter of just figuring out what you've got with certain groups of 5, who plays well together, who's the most productive group of 5. So because of that depth that you just mentioned, John, Bears can experiment with a lot of different combinations, and they're doing that right now.
Promise Idiaru is on, 6'9" sophomore from Germany. There's a follow for the bucket. Alan Mukiba.
You know, and that's been KC's best offense. Just put it up there on the rim, get a shot away. If it doesn't go in, follow it. That is yet another offensive rebound. That is now 5 and 5 second chance points. So 5 of Kansas City's 9 have come off the offensive glass.
Yeah, making the most of those offensive rebounds. Running hook shot, no good. Nisi went for the follow dunk and is fouled. Well, free throws coming for the Bears. Eve Nisi to the free throw line.
Might be a bit of a growing edge for Nisi early. You might expect that from a freshman, a young freshman at that. Just a 53%, make it 58% free throw shooter. But man, has he been good. This is a special talent.
Absolutely. Going to be fun to watch him grow.
Now watch him go after this. And but for the push in the back that got him shoved up underneath the glass, that's an offensive rebound and a dunk.
He's dunking that ball.
That's really about your best defense is put him at the free throw line. Misses 2, so pretty good play by whoever put him on the line.
13:20 mark first half. Baylor leads 14-9 over Kansas City. Kopp gives to Stapleton on the perimeter. Jayden Nunn chasing defensively. Kopp in the paint. Shot is good. I'm sorry, that's Jamar Brown with the bucket.
It's a really good possession by Kansas City. I mean, they're again, have been able to get offense by going to the glass, but that time they just ran their stuff. And at the other end, how about that drive by Jayden Nunn? Again, downhill, aggressive to the glass, and finish either with a bucket or a couple of free throws or a combination of both.
Cat quick to the bucket. Just gets that step, turns the corner, and he's laying it in.
Yeah, he just blows by his defender, and then he's got to finish in traffic at the rim. It's a tough play. The guy's 6'4", 190. and an incredible athlete. He was brought in here, I think, primarily for defensive purposes. A great on-the-ball defender, but he's got some offensive punch as well. Three-point play.
Akiba, the foul, that is his second. Baylor leads it 17-11 over Kansas City, first half. Work it around the perimeter for the Roos. Stapleton will drive. And some defensive help in there by Eve Misi. And he loses the ball out of bounds.
Well, and he didn't get a piece of it, Misi. I mean, he just was able to alter the shot. So not a block, but you know he's in there. If you're an offensive guy and you've got it anywhere in the lane, you're looking to shoot it, you're looking over your shoulder for Eve Misi.
Look at this alley-oop. Caleb Lohner comes down with the ball, tries to pass it out of there, and it's stolen away. Steal by Cameron Foss. Foss, the 6'6" junior from Scottsdale, Arizona. Bears lead by 6, 12-minute mark. First half. Top on the perimeter.
Really good defense. Shot clock down to 6.
Stapleton has to put it up. Three-pointer no good. Lohner the rebound for the Bears.
It's a really good defensive stand. You get the shot clock down to 5. Kansas City takes a shot that they really weren't looking for to beat the shot clock. One shot, Bears get it and go the other way with it.
Wow, Nunn drives in again. Gets the lay-in and a foul.
Again, a great play, and he's really comfortable with efficiency. To put that into perspective, when they won the national championship, they were number 4 in the country. So they had fallen off. That's a big drop, and they've got to get back to that this year, and I think they're off to a good start to do it.
Some pressure in the backcourt by Baylor. In transition, Anderson Kopp just pulls up and knocks down the three-pointer.
Yeah, he's one of a couple of guys on this roster that can really make threes. Foss is one of those, and Kopp is the guy that is a zone buster. You can see he's got really good range.
Top 6'6" grad student from Houston. Try the alley-oop there to Misi. Missed on the flush. Now on the floor, it's tied up. Possession arrow will favor Baylor. With the Bears leading 20-14 over KC. And there's another look at that three by Kopp in transition.
Yeah, one of the holes they had to fill was just the ability to make shots. We said started the broadcast, John, that a year ago they were the second worst three-point shooting team in the country. You just can't win if that's where you are. Good shot by Kopp.
Three-pointer by Ray J. Dennis, no good. Offensive rebound for the Bears, still scrapping for it. And Kopp comes away with the loose ball. Bears come away no points on that possession, still leading by 6. Trying to get to 4-0 on the season are these Bears, up to number 15 in the nation this week.
Really good play by Kopp. He's given them a bit of a spring in their step. They've cut the Baylor lead down to 4. But that is a great play. You got to make yourself a threat to score. Kopp did that on the prior 3. You get the attention of the defense, somebody's going to be open.
Roos have hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Kobe Walter covered up, gives to Misi. Inside to Nunn, open 3, and he knocks it down.
Well, what a night for Jayden Nunn. We think of him as a defender, and he is a really good one. But he's got back-to-back three-point plays. That 3, he's got 11 in the game.
Wow.
11 of Baylor's 23.
11 points in the first 10 minutes of the first half. Another scramble for the loose ball, tied up. And the possession arrow favors the Roos.
They called a timeout. Yeah. Kopp saw the scramble for the ball and was able to get a timeout called. Nice play again. Ray J. Dennis, if you're open, you're going to get the ball. He just has a knack to know if there's pressure here, your guy's open there. And he just, such great court presence, awareness, and put Nunn in a position where it was just catch and shoot.
Caleb Lohner to the bench. Jalen Bridges back on for Baylor. Jeff Nagandu is on for Kansas City. And a traveling call, turnover by the Roos.
Yeah, Kansas City has made 4 of its last 5 shots and has climbed back into this game down by 7. Finally found a bit of a groove. Early it was offensive rebounds and putbacks. And here lately, they just run their offense, got a 3 down, and you look up, you're still in it.
Turnovers 5 apiece here in the first 10 minutes of this first half. Pass down low. Messi went for the dunk, didn't get it. Bears another crack at it, and a three-pointer again by Jayden Nunn.
One great thing about a team that will share the ball is when you're open, you're going to get it. And if you've got the hot hand, and Nunn does, that 3 gives him 14 in the first half. They're going to get you the ball when you've got to have it.
6-0 run by the Bears on back-to-back threes by Jayden Nunn. Not only 14 points, but 5 of 6 from the floor. All knocked away. Ray J. Dennis diving on the floor, trying to get the loose ball. It will stay with the Roos.
You know, John, he is one of 4, 5, maybe even 6 guys on this team that can do what he's doing now. Have a breakout night, make some threes. He's got 14 now. Walter can do that. Little can do that. Jalen Bridges can do that. Jacoby Walter can and has done it already this season. This team has some firepower offensively.
Jason Petty on for Kansas City. Fires it inbounds. Cameron Foss finds the opening and hits the short jumper. Bears lead by 8, 26-18, under 9 minutes on the clock, first half. 3 from the corner, a couple of bounces on the rim, but off, and rebound Roos. Christian Corsalt brings it up.
You know, they've finally gotten a little bit comfortable. I'm talking about Kansas City. They're spreading the floor, trying to get some movement in the half court and making Baylor guard them, and they'll shoot a 3. Another one from Kopp. This one doesn't go.
Rebound Jalen Bridges into the front court for Baylor. Leading by 8. 3 left corner. No good by Jacoby Walter. Tipped by Messi, and that won't go.
You know, the rebounding battle is interesting in this game. 12-10. Baylor leads it. But Bears felt like they had a pretty distinct advantage coming in on the glass. That has not been the case. Another bucket now for Kansas City, who just stays within striking distance with under 8 to play in the half.
It's Jason Petty, the 6'4 freshman guard from Phoenix, with the bucket. Makes it 26-20 Bears. Nunn flies in again. This time missed the layup, but was fouled. Of
attempts anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, that was good.
That was fun. Great student turnout here tonight. They went absolutely crazy when he hit the shot. How about the night by Jayden Nunn? That is point number 15 in the first half. That ties his season high, and we're in the first half.
Yep. Second one is good, and he mentioned 16. 5 of 6, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. All 4 of his free throws, has a rebound. And right now, he's the guy. And again, the great thing about playing for Baylor at the guard spot, you're going to get the ball. I mean, if you've got the hot hand, you will get the ball, and that's been the case for Nunn.
There's by 8, 28-20. All knocked away. Down on the baseline. Will stay with Kansas City. So doubleheader tonight. The women, number 21 in the nation, beat number 4 Utah earlier tonight. Big win there. Students went crazy because they won the Magnolia Silos cupcakes with consecutive free throw misses by the opponent in the second half. So that got them going, and now this putt for $5,000. It's been quite a night here in the Farrell Center.
It's been a special night, and Promise Idiaru gets one at the other end. Buckets are coming a little easier for Kansas City than they were early in the ballgame.
Jacoby Walter for 3. He drains it.
And he can really shoot at that time. It was catch and shoot. You know, the Bears lost L.J. Cryer. He's now at Houston. And you think big hole to fill, and it is. But Jacoby Walter is that kind of shooter. He is an elite shooter and has been great. You cannot leave him open.
Shot in the paint, too strong, knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Roos. 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock, first half.
Again, watch the catch, get balanced, let it fly. That's how you do that.
Just so smooth.
It is, and great thing is he is ready to shoot it when he catches it. Not much traffic there, but he can get them off in traffic as well. We've seen that time and time again already.
Smooth stroke, just like that David Murphy left-hand swing in baseball. Just smooth as can be. Corsalt drives, layup, no good. Langston Love, the rebound, falls to the ground, does not travel, and gets the ball to D'Antoine Grimes. Ooh. Grimes all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, red shirt. Don't even talk about red shirts anymore. It's so unusual, but he took a year, transferred here from a junior college, got better and better, and the one thing he brings to the floor is speed. I mean, it is speed on speed. Got a good look at it there. Another look, just turns a corner on his defender. I think the defender surprised at how quickly and how explosive he was as he did turn the corner. This guy can run. Learning to score a little bit. Not a great shooter, but he can get it to the rim.
Bears by 11, three-pointer. One is no good. Jalen Bridges takes it the other way. Jacoby Walter in the paint, missed the shot, but stays with it. One hand puts it back in.
Yeah, sometimes the best rebounder is the guy that just shot it. He knew that first one was a little bit short, and he was cocked and ready to get the tip and to put it right back in. This guy is a scorer, and he's got 8 in the game.
Biggest lead of the half for the Bears at 35-22. Bucket by Kansas City's Jamar Brown. Brown shot last year averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, leading returning scorer for this Kansas City Roos team.
Yeah, he was a JUCO All-American last year.
Pass to Ojanwuna, saves it in bounds to Love. Langston Love's three, no good. Christian Corsalt, the rebound.
It's a hole they had to fill. They needed a playmaker, and they went and got Corsalt from Chattanooga. He's an experienced guy. In fact, he is a grad transfer. He is their playmaker. They didn't have that a year ago.
Three ball, no good. D'Antoine Grimes. But a whistle away from the ball.
Nice penetration. Just all the way. Nice pass. And then Brown, really athletic, coming off of the screen. Knew his best shot probably was from kissing it off the glass a little bit further out. Was not going to be able to finish at the rim because it's not Misi on the floor right now. Ojanwuna is out there, and Ojanwuna provides the same rim protection for Baylor that Misi does. Good play, though, over length. A lot of length.
That was on Promise Idiaru. Puts Jalen Bridges at the line. Here comes Ray J. Dennis on the floor, and Jonathan Chumwa Chachua. And listen to the response of the crowd when Chachua comes into the game.
Just a beloved player around here.
With good reason.
With good reason. Inspirational guy. Just watch him talk. Look how he communicates. Listen to him talk. But look how he communicates to the other players on the floor. He's on the baseline. He sees everything, and he's just directing.
Three-pointer no good. Chachua the rebound for the Bears. To Ray J. Dennis up the floor to Langston Love. Drives, tried to pass it back, but there's a whistle and a foul. Yeah, you could put a camera on Chachua because he's always moving, he's always active, he's always talking out there. And like right now, he's the huddle-up guy also, you know, as they go to the free throw line, he's the one that huddles up his teammates.
We talked to him, John, after a game, I think a year and a half or so ago, and we asked him about that. You talk a lot, you're directing. What is that? And he said, you know, I really don't understand the game that well, and it calms me down to talk and to talk to his teammates and let them know when screens are coming and what sets they're in, all that kind of thing. I thought that was interesting. It has a calming effect on him.
I think it's a huge leadership skill, isn't it?
Absolutely.
On the floor.
Yep.
Langston Love, couple of free throws. Bears lead by 15 over the Roos. The Matson punt winner was Marvin Griffin. Marvin Griffin was the guy's name.
Who's $5,000 richer.
Yeah.
It's a good night for Marvin.
How about that? You know, he hit the short putt. There's three lengths of the putt. He hit the first one. The crowd went crazy. And Nate Hilgenkamp, who's our mic man, said, no, he's got 2 more here. And sure enough, he missed the second one, but hit the length of the floor putt for $5,000.
He hit the one that counted.
That is fun. Now on the perimeter, it's on Jalen Bridges, personal number 2 on the night. That'll get us to a timeout. 3:55 to play, first half. Bears by 15, trying to get to 4-0. Oh, man.
Nice job, Marvin.
Way to go, Marvin. A Farrell Center memory for sure. Final half season of basketball in the Farrell Center. Moved to the new Paul and Alejandra Foster Pavilion on January 2nd. Stapleton drives to the baseline, cut off there by Grimes, forces the shot, no good, had to put it up. Shot clock about to expire. And ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with KC.
You know, we talked about the on-ball pressure defensively from Jayden Nunn. Really good look that time at D'Antoine Grimes. He's got the same motor. He's skilled. He's speedy, and that time there was just no getting around him.
Nice head fake, drive to the bucket for the shot by Jamar Brown. Brown has 8 in the first half, 13-point Baylor lead. Bears have a big advantage at the free throw line so far tonight. They've hit 9 of 11 free throws. Kansas City just 1 of 3.
Yeah. Kansas City back in the zone now. Just a different look for Baylor from the Kansas City defense.
Wow, how about that shot by Ray J. Dennis?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, zone, man, whatever you want to call it. When you can penetrate like that and shoot over length, on the run, in pressure, in traffic, as Dennis can, it really doesn't matter what kind of defense you're facing.
Pop on the baseline. His defender fell down, had an open shot, but put up an air ball. Grimes brings it up. Extra pass to Chachua. Chachua, by the way, playing in his 100th game tonight, 69th at Baylor. So milestone 100th game for Jonathan Chumwa Chachua.
Really nice fast break by Kansas City. Filled the lane well. Artis Stapleton was the guy, the rudder of the ship. Got it in the middle of the floor and was able to finish. Baylor a little bit slow to defend its basket against that transition bucket.
3, left side up and in by Jayden Nunn. Continues to light it up in the first half.
And that's a career high for Nunn. Known as a defender, but tonight he's been all offense. He's 6 of 7, made 3 of 4 threes.
Wow. 19 points for Nunn in the first half. His career high overall is 31.
Right. Season high, I should say. But you know, John, really interesting thing is just how deep the Bears are in both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. But they've got guys, Dennis, Walter, Grimes, Nunn, Langston Love, all of those guys are capable of having these kinds of nights. Tonight just appears to be Jayden Nunn's turn.
So the Bears to a 14-point lead. Jamar Brown shooting free throw. And it's good. It's 44-31. Bears on top. Final 2 minutes of the first half here in the Farrell Center.
Kansas City has not played poorly in this game. They've shot it well at 44%. Haven't been able to make a 3, and that really, I think, has been the difference. They've competed on the glass, just can't get a 3 down. Baylor right now, 5 of 11 from the three-point line.
There's a foul on the perimeter. Alan Mukiba whistled for the foul. Chachua huddles up his teammates. And Jacoby Walter will go to the free throw line.
John, we talked about the 4 games in 7 days run that the Bears are on right now, and you think, man, that's a lot of basketball. These guys play all the time.
That's right.
It's just nothing. I mean, they'd be playing in the gym if they weren't out here competing. But it's a really good way for them to get kick-started, get acclimated one to the other, build a little bit of chemistry. And they're off to a great start in this game. 45 points, we still have a minute and a half to play in the first half.
A really solid first half for the Bears, shooting at 53.6%. Shot free throws well also. That's now 11 of 13 at the line, with the 2 from Jacoby Walter, who's in double-figure scoring in the first half with 10.
Yeah, the key is they've gotten to the line, and that's just the offensive pressure that those guards put on a defense. Dribble drive, taking it hard to the rim. You're either going to get a bucket or you're going to get fouled.
Pass low post. Chachua holding his ground. Hook shot. No good. Rebound Jacoby Walter. Final minute of the half. Bears leading by 15. Ray J. Dennis to the basket. To Walter. Extra pass. Back to Walter. Open three. It's good from the right wing.
And that's unselfish play between Walter and Love. In fact, Walter turned the first one down. Good shot, better shot, best shot. Got Love in the corner. Love kicked it back. That's probably one Walter could have shot, but he thought Love had a better look in the corner. Came back to him, and you saw what happened.
Biggest lead of the night for the Bears, who are 6 of 12 from three-point range in the first half. 2 days after they went 0 for 9 shooting threes.
Well, we were thinking maybe that's an aberration. I think we've answered that question.
Bounce pass, man driving down the lane. Monkalai.
This team, Kansas City, is picked to finish anywhere from second to last or last. And they've not played poorly here tonight. There's that kick back out to Walter. Love did a great job drawing the defense. He pulled two guys as he gave a look like he was going baseline, and right back out to Jacoby Walter. Just a play to get his teammate open. And when you put Walter into a catch and shoot situation, you can run to the other end. It's going in.
Only the third made free throw by KC here in the first half. Monkalai's hit a couple of those. Got another one coming here. 7 seconds to play before halftime. It is no good. Maybe a lane violation on Langston Love, trying to get the step on his man and get position in the paint. So Monkalai will have another attempt.
A lot of guards on the floor right now, and it's working. Love, Nunn, Dennis, and Walter, and then Chachua playing along the baseline. But with these kind of guards, and they're all very good rebounders, you can play this way if you have to.
Talking about Chachua, look at him, and if you think he looks different, it's not just the hairstyle. He's 20 pounds lighter this year. He's playing at, what did they say, 220?
Yeah, looks like Superman.
Baylor trying to get points before the half. Jacoby Walter takes a hard fall to the floor. And a whistle. He'll have free throws. Walter is slow to get up.
You know, this offense looks fluid. It looks loose, and I mean that in a complimentary way. They're running their stuff, but they're not afraid to throw passes like that or take chances. It's a good look. I mean, Jacoby Walter can handle a play like that. I mean, he's got the ability to get up and be on the receiving end of an alley-oop pass. And I can't see who threw it. I think maybe it was Dennis. Not afraid to pull the trigger and get it up there. That's what I mean. This team is confident, and offensively they're taking chances, calculated risks, but they're making big plays because they're willing to do that.
Scary fall by Walter, but appears to be okay. A couple of more free throws. Perfect at the line tonight, 5 of 5. There's a shot from beyond midcourt, top of the backboard and off. We reach halftime in basketball.
It is. Well, so. I said then, John, I'll say it again tonight. It's a we thing. It's not a me thing. And a lot of people went into, making all of this happen. And you are, as I said when we started, you're my security blanket. It's hard for me to do anything without you sitting right next to me.
I'll ride your coattails as long as I can. Congratulations, Pat.
Thank you.
Well done by Walter Abercrombie and the Bee Association. A tremendous Hall of Fame Wall of Honor induction banquet on November 3rd. Hey, let's get back to play here. Kansas City with the ball. Baylor leads by 18 as we start the second half. Anderson Kopp has done something to earn the ire of the Baylor students every time he touches the ball.
No.
He gets booed.
Poor guy, I don't know what he did.
I don't either.
Here goes Nunn with another one. Yeah.
Wow, Jayden Nunn picks up where he left off, nailing the triple.
7 of 8 now. He is 4 of 5 from the three-point line, and he has got the green light for obvious reasons.
Wow. What a night going for Jayden Nunn. Borsalt on the right side looks to drive, cut off by the defense of Nunn. Rebound, Ray J. Dennis. off to the races. Ball knocked out of his hands from behind will stay with the Bears.
You know, and you got a good look at the other end. I mean, Nunn made the three, but then got to the other end and gave you an example or just a good look at what makes him a great on-the-ball defender. Corso tried to go around him on the baseline, and he was just having none of it. This guy is a complete player, and we're seeing more offense from him tonight than I think we thought we would see all year.
Inbounds to Nunn in a double team, tries to get it away to Misi, but the ball is stolen. So turnover Bears on the Jamar Brown steal. Foss for three. Hardly rippled the net cords. Good looking three by Foss.
Yeah, it's going to take a few. That's just 1 of 10. Make it 2 of 11 now for Kansas City from the three-point line. It's a hole they really tried to fill in the offseason transfer portal, and just tonight anyway have not been able to do that. Got to make some threes to hang in with Baylor tonight.
Ray J. Dennis knocks down the three for the Bears.
That's a guy that does everything well. He's got 6 assists. He can defend, and he doesn't need to score. He is a willing shooter, but he's happy to give it up first.
Getting inside Nisi to bank it home is Melvin Ibunkalai. Ibunkalai from France. Bears lead it by 19 over Kansas City. Bears really in the long way to go in this game, but they're playing one of their most complete games so far in this young season.
They are. There's another three. But what a find by R.J. Dennis. That ball had to travel about 35 feet over the defense, and he had his head down, looking like he was going to take it to the basket, and somehow found Bridges all the way across the floor for the three.
Kopp drives in, shot no good, but a whistle and a foul, and it's on Ray J. Dennis.
Good look at Dennis. There he goes. I said he had his head down. He did not. He knew exactly where Bridges was going to be, and that's a tough pass to make. I mean, you've got to have some strength to get the ball with a little bit of speed on it so Bridges can catch it and shoot it. Nice play by Dennis. That is assist number 7 for him.
Kopp at the line. Students all over him. Hits the free throw.
Poor guy. I don't know what he did. He's had a good game. He's got 10. It's a guy that broke his wrist last year, 4 games into the season, and he was done. And you can tell, you take him off this roster, and Kansas City is really going to struggle. They had to play without him all but 4 games last year.
Into double digits now, scoring with 11 points with the 2 free throws. 20-point Baylor lead. Nice pass in traffic to Eve Misi, who gets the banker.
And yeah, give Nunn the assist. What a player. I mean, tonight, this guy is just in complete control.
Kopp gives the ball away to Jamar Brown. Eve Misi with the block shot and keeps the ball in bounds. You know, sometimes you block it, you swat it out of bounds. It's next level to be able to keep it in bounds, push it up the floor, and Jacoby Walter hits the three. He'll have a chance at a 4-point play.
And I'm telling you, that jumper is just a thing of beauty. It is so pure. Catches the ball in the corner, and he is ready to shoot it when he catches it. And just the balance and the stroke, so good. And the defense, out of frustration, went right after him and made bad matters worse from a Kansas City perspective. But what a stroke from the true freshman. Great free throw shooter as well. 5 of 5 from the line, make it 6 of 6.
Wow. 16 on the night for Walter. You see that 3-point shooting for the Bears. 10 of 16 tonight. Kansas City 2 of 12. It's a season high in made threes with 10 made threes. We've still got 16 minutes to play in this game.
Yeah, and John, we made the point earlier that beyond those 2 guys, there are 4 or 5 others, particularly on the perimeter, that can have nights like the ones that Nunn and Walter are having.
Akiba with the nice move to the bucket. Spin to the right and lay it in. 66-42, Baylor on top. An alley-oop for Misi. Look how high that was, but he got his hands on it and was fouled.
Yeah, that's the really the luxury of an alley-oop thrower. I mean, that ball was just up near the rim. And when you're throwing it to Eve Missy, all you got to do is get it in the same area code, and you're in good shape.
Baylor will play Duke and Michigan coming up in December. Michigan State in December.
Looking at that schedule, John, how would you like to run that gauntlet?
Oh, man.
And it just got better. You add Houston to the fray, BYU. It's just, 10 of the last 12 years, Ken Pom has ranked it as the toughest conference to play in the country, top to bottom.
Just gotten tougher, too, with those teams. And it will take another step next year with the 4 new schools that come in next year. You'll screen on the perimeter. We'll give the ball over to the Bears. Houston won last night over Stetson, 79-48. Baylor's playing a team from the Summit League. Kansas State, Coach Jerome Tang, beat South Dakota State last night, 91-68. South Dakota State, the team picked to win the Summit League. So a good win for Coach Tang and the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Paul Mills, former Scott Drew assistant, really kind of ran that league at Oral Roberts last year and on at Wichita State now. But really good league. Kansas City picked near the bottom, but it's got the building blocks, I think, to make a bit of a run and surprise some people.
Now running hook shot there by Ray J. Dennis. Decides to take that one himself. He's got 8 assists in the game tonight. Ray J. does. That gets him to 500 assists for his career. That's a bunch.
It's a bunch. And that's one of the reasons that Baylor is shooting the ball at 61%. Dennis's ability to create open shots, high percentage shots for his teammates, is what he does best. 8 assists, and he's getting it where it needs to be at the right time.
Petty, the shot, Jason Petty, it's no good. Rebound, Baylor. On the move again, Ray J. Dennis. Kicks to Love for 3. Shot no good. Back iron for Kobe Walter, the rebound. Bridges for 3, leaves it short, front iron. Ball goes out of bounds and over to the Rubes.
John, this is just a tough out for Kansas City. I mean, they're down 68-42. That's a big difference. But when you play Baylor the way Baylor is playing tonight, you've got to be at your very, very best. And Kansas City just hasn't been able to do that. They haven't forced turnovers like they have in their first 2 games. Baylor's turned it over just 7 times in this game. And I thought that was their chance. They've not been able to pull that off.
Kansas City ball. Baylor up 68-42 on the Roos. They're trying to even the all-time series with this team. Right now they trail 4 games to 3. Has to launch a 3 with the shot clock winding down and fighting for the rebound. It's a whistle and a foul.
Got to look there at Josh Ojanwina at 6'10", about 235 pounds. Out at the 3-point line defending R.T. Stapleton, who's the point guard running the show for Kansas City. There aren't many guys that can do that effectively. And gives you a look again at the athleticism of Josh Ojanwina. You put that guy and Misi on the floor or some combination defensively,
yeah,
you get elite in a hurry.
Wow. Would you ever play those guys together? I mean, if you got in a situation where you needed 2 bigs out there?
I think you could. When you do that, you lose a little bit of scoring punch because neither one of those guys are guys you can rely on for offense, although they both provided double digits. But you're not playing through those guys offensively the way Kansas will with Hunter Dickinson, that kind of thing. But, yeah, I think.
Tell you what, we've got Coach Drew on the Baylor Coaches Show tomorrow night from Rudy. I'll ask him that question.
It's nice to ponder it anyway.
Sure.
At least you got the guys to think about it.
The Twin Towers. Look at that pass. Oh, that was a beautiful pass, and Langston Love shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the floor and traveled with it.
And Langston Love has been right on track to finally get healthy, have a bit of a breakout year. He's averaging right at 14 points a game. Couldn't happen to a better guy. He just really has been snake bitten. Tore his ACL, tore his pectoral muscle, got poked in the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and just can't seem to shake it off well enough to stay out there and play.
Tossed around the possibility of wearing goggles, to protect his eyesight, protect his eyes. A nice reverse by Promise Daru. But I think just didn't like the way they felt, and so he's going without the goggles. But nice to see him healthy.
Yeah.
And you can see what a contributor he is when he is healthy.
6'5", 210, big, strong guard. Uses his body really well.
Look at Nunn. Fights his way to the basket. Lays it in with a foul.
Just feeling it. I mean, everything has gone so well for him, and he just continues to pile up the numbers. John, he's missed one shot tonight.
Wow.
8 for 9. And just sneaky. Got the ball in the lane, in traffic. Never out of control. Always quick, but never in a hurry, and finishes at the rim.
Kind of got fouled 3 times on that drive to the basket. Last one was called. Let's say he was bumped, maybe not fouled. But he'll have a chance at a 3-point play here, and does so. 5 of 5 at the line is Jayden Nunn, 25 points on the night.
And we're told he's 7 points away from his career high. Gave him credit for that earlier. Didn't get it exactly right, but I believe that's it. 32 points. Spent his first couple of years at VCU. Transferred over here, and obviously out of the gate pretty strong.
Fits right in with the Baylor culture of joy here at Baylor also. Reach in foul on Baylor. I think it's on Caleb. No, it's not. It's on Josh Ojanwuna. And that's his second personal foul. Team foul number 3 on the Bears here in the second half. KC has 4 team fouls.
I think Kansas City has done pretty well is get to the offensive glass. They have 9. They had 7 in the first half. In fact, they had 7 of their first 15 points from second chance points.
Stapleton, bit of an opening, knocks down the 3. First made 3 by Stapleton tonight, his first points.
Yeah, makes him now 3 of 15 from the 3-point line. Team really is trying to fill that hole. Kopp is a guy that can make some. Foss is a guy that can make some. And that is going to be their chance to really get where they want to be in the Summit League. They've got to make some threes.
Ray J. Dennis, another bucket. Dennis in double figures with 11 points himself to go with those 8 assists. Double watch for Ray J. Dennis, still 11 and a half minutes to play. Nice spin move, and the left-hand lay-in is good by Artis Stapleton.
Yeah, and he did that against Jayden Nunn. Nunn cut him off initially, and a nice one-on-one spin move got him a little bit of separation to get a shot away. It's a rare occasion when Jayden Nunn's going to was beaten just in the open floor, man-to-man.
Nunn to Lohner. Lohner shot too strong. Tip, no good. Loose ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Baylor. That'll get us to a timeout with 10:52 to play in the second half. Bears hitting on all cylinders tonight. Lead the Roos 73-49. Ty Beard down there. Ty does a great job, Director of Video Operations. Tweety Carter back with the Baylor program this year. How great is that? Director of Player Development, and Jason Smith, Director of Recruiting Operations. Add in all the GAs, and Baylor has got one very healthy staff.
It's a community.
It
is, but it is a wonderful community. We love being around them.
Oh, it is so fun. What an honor to be around them, to travel with them. The chapel services on the road. There is a charge drawn by Jayden Nunn. He's doing it at both ends of the floor tonight.
You know, he's one of those guys, if he's guarding you, you're thinking, how do I just get rid of this basketball? I've got to get this guy away from me. And just great body position. He's so fast. He's so quick and strong. It's just almost impossible to turn the corner on him if you're trying to as an offensive player. Another great play from Nunn.
Kopp kind of extended his arm that time. That's what drew the player control foul. Personal foul number 1 on Kopp. Bears ball. 10 minutes gone. 10 minutes to play. Second half. Jumper right foul line extended by Walker. No good. Rebound. Lohner puts it up, and he's fouled. Caleb Lohner for the Bears will go to the free throw line.
You know, Lohner's sort of the glue with this team. Wouldn't you say that? He's a guy that is going to play, take as many minutes as the coaches will give him when he's on the floor. He makes an impact, particularly on the defensive end. But he's just a guy that everybody looks to. He's a leader in his own way. Just really nice to have that kind of player on your roster.
One of 2 free throws by Caleb Lohner, the BYU transfer. Another guy, we could say this up and down the lineup, that fits the culture of joy with Baylor basketball really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the story is Kopp apparently pushed somebody on the court. I don't remember that. But the students have taken exception to that, and that's why they boo him every time he touches the ball.
Oh, yeah, it's consistent. Nice play, Kansas City at the other end. The inlet pass to the low post had to go over Josh Ojanwina. It's not easy to do.
Ukeba took the pass and banked it in. 74-51 our score. Langston Love on the left wing. Head fake, drive, scoops it up and in.
You know, it's impressive how each of the guards is so intentional about getting the ball into the lane. Coach Drew calls those paint touches. When the ball's in the lane, really good things happen, and the Bears have multiple guards that can get it there. That's exactly where the offense needs to be run.
Timeout on the floor comes with 9:02 to play. Spirit squads have done double duty.
Big win for the women's team.
Yes.
Oh, big win. That was fun.
Beat Utah, the number 4 team in the nation. Huge win for Nikki Collin and the Baylor women. KC basketball after the Baylor turnover. 3 from the corner is good by Christian Corsalt.
Finally, a couple of threes. Much too late for Kansas City, but I think right now Marvin Menzies is just using this opportunity to practice and get better against the, number 13, 15 team in the country.
Whoa, the alley-oop, I think a beauty to Caleb Lohner for the flush.
So add an assist to all the other work that Nunn has done tonight. That is his 4th assist. 25 points, 4 assists, and a rebound. Pretty good night for Nunn.
There's a whistle away from the ball. Here's another look at it.
And you see the defense is just sucked up a little bit. Caleb Lohner is wide open. I think right now Kansas City is just trying to figure out how to guard all these guys. You know, you think when you've got the offensive threats that Baylor does, and most of that threat is from the perimeter, you really just have to pick your poison, and it is hard to do. It takes 2 guys to guard Nunn, 2 guys to guard Walter, and the cupboard is not bare behind those guys. You've got others that can score.
Kopp has his shot rejected by Nisi, but he got it back, stayed with it, and put it in.
Yeah, that's another block from Nisi. Leads the Big 12. It's early, obviously, but leads the Big 12 in block shots at 3.3 a game. True freshman.
Really impressive. In the starting lineup for the 2nd night in a row tonight. Tonight, one of 5 games remaining in the Farrell Center for Baylor basketball. Men and women move to the Foster Pavilion, 1st of January.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted.
Not only have they brought in some offensive firepower, I think defensively they're going to get better as well, and that's the biggest hole I think they had to fill from a year ago.
Bridges his 11th point with the made free throw. He's got 4 rebounds as well. Give him 12 with a couple of made free throws. The Bears lead by 24. 7:41 remaining.
It's a quiet 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
Leading rebounder on the team a year ago. And he's been really good tonight, steady, a little bit under the radar, but very productive.
Kopp with the ball in his hands on the left wing. Into the paint, runner, no good. Fight for the rebound. Who's got it? Langston Love has it. Outlet to Ray J. Dennis. Eyes up, looking for his next assist. Love got his defender off his feet, turns around, and then 2nd attempt has it swatted away.
The other end, you got a good look at how strong Langston Love is. Thought he had his guy up in the air, had an opportunity to shoot it. Little head fake, guy goes for it, and then here comes some offside help that he didn't anticipate.
Exactly. Petty with the block for KC. Inbounds lost by the Bears. Turnover number 10 on the night by Baylor. Borsalt open for three. No good. Front iron. Under 7 minutes to play in this one. Ray J. Dennis around the screen of Misi. Alley-oop for Misi. Ball swatted away, but a foul.
Dennis is so under control. We talked about his 8 assists, but just never flustered. And again, another, a couple assists away from a double-double. Has 11 points, 5 of 7 from the floor. So hasn't been a guy that's gotten the spotlight, but that's what you could expect from Dennis. Really fills up the stat sheet, does a lot of things well. Just better when he's on the floor. He's one of the guys who's so deep, a lot of rotation coming in and out. But I think Dennis is the one constant. He's a guy that coaches feel like can get 34, 35 minutes a game. That's a lot, but he can do it.
Officials making sure everybody's on the same page. 1-1 for BC. Dennis to the bench. Antoine Grimes, Miro Little back on for Baylor. BC gets the ball in his hands. You see the American flag on his left shoulder. Right shoulder, it's a patch, farewell to Farrell, which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yep. Last 5 games left for the Baylor men here in the Farrell Center before moving to Foster Pavilion.
We have some memories, don't we, in this place?
And they're all good. The ones I remember are all good. Cutting down the nets, Big 12 championships, raising the banner.
Yep, remember that well. We tried to accumulate our list of best games ever. Not sure we've settled on that.
Right.
Sort of informally we've done that, but
there's a bench.
You go through that process and you think, holy cow, that was a big game. I'm thinking Baylor, Arkansas back in '88.
Baylor, Kansas on a big Monday.
That's right.
01.
Terry Black, Wendell Greenleaf, Marcus Minor.
Come back against Texas for the ages. Jacoby Walter, a 3 and a foul.
You know, you want to teach a kid to shoot a jump shot, that's what they do. I mean, that's the way you do it. That is a thing of beauty. This is the second time that he's launched one and been fouled in the process. You know, Jay Cryer, who's now at the University of Houston, again, one of the best shooters that's been around here in a while. Walter is right there with him. That is as smooth a stroke as you are going to see. And tonight he's 6 for 11, 4 for 6. He's got 22. This team has some firepower offensively.
Second 4-point opportunity tonight for Walter, and he's cashed in both of those. He's 7 of 7 at the line. Jacoby Walter has 23 points in the game.
Yeah, he and Nunn have combined for 48. 48 of Baylor's 84.
Walter to the bench. Lohner is back on for Baylor. 6 minutes to play, 84-56 Bears. Open for 3. Shot is no good by Cameron Foss. Antoine Grimes swatting at the ball. Foul is called on Anderson Kopp.
You know, a year ago they had drills designed to get from one end of the floor to the other quickly, fast break drills. Some of those they called the D'Antoine drill. Because he's so fast getting from one end of the floor to the other. This guy is speed on speed. Started off at the junior college level, Kilgore Junior College. Came in here and redshirted last year, something that just doesn't happen anymore. Doesn't seem like anybody takes a redshirt year anymore, but he got bigger and stronger, more skilled. Going to play guard for Coach Drew, you've got to be able to shoot it. He's worked on that, and he's been very productive in Baylor's first 3 games.
Great attitude last year, too. Redshirting. Just want to be the best practice player he could be. He is cat quick. A couple of free throws there for Grimes. Bears lead by 30. Petty, long range 3. Bears with their biggest lead tonight at an even 30 points. They're a little picking up the defensive pressure. Babacar Diallo is on for Kansas City. Top turnaround, no good. Loose ball. Here goes Grimes off to the races. Grimes holds up, waits for his teammates. A screen from Nisi. Fires the ball to Little for three. Yes! Miro Little steps into the three.
You know, that's another guy, John, that can really drill it. I mean, he's a 60% shooter. He's made now 2 of 3 threes this season. Youngest player to ever play for the Finland national team. And again, just a guy that can go off and have the kind of night that we've seen Walter have and Nunn have.
Kopp drives into the paint, gets the shot. I think the students are getting to him a little bit. Grimes drives, ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. So Miro Little with that three-pointer. He's got 5 on the night, 2 for 2 from the floor. Jonathan Chumwa-Chachua will come back on for the Bears. Eve Nisi to the bench.
You know, typically the way it goes is by the time conference starts, coaches get their rotations down to 7 or 8, maybe 9. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I think you're going to see 11, 12 players play a game. And when you get into the Big 12 and defense really matters, you need fresh guys on the floor at all times. And I think this team has the depth to provide Coach Drew the luxury of doing that.
First layup by Langston Love gets the Bears to 91 on the night. You know, another thing about this team, I mean, they are 11 deep, which he likes to say, and that's quality depth. Yep. So when you get in a game where you're, you know, your opponent's sort of outmanned, and you get a big lead like this, sometimes you go deep in your bench. The deep end of the bench is Austin Sachs. That's it. One guy.
That's it. One guy. One guy.
You may see Austin at any point, 4:04 in the game.
Yeah, and up and down the lineup, John. I made this point a couple times already tonight, but Bears repeating. They've got 20-point, 25-point scores on this roster. Not going to happen every night, but there are a lot of points coming from different spots on the roster.
Ball knocked around, finally. Chased down and laid in by Babacar Diallo, senior from Dakar, Senegal. Yeah, so many weapons for Baylor. Again, these early season games, you know, it's like going into the lab and figuring out what works best, what combinations work best. Little for three. This one's no good. Gets the ball back. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. 3:13 on the game clock. He's grabbed on the perimeter. Timeout on the non-conference game in the new Foster Pavilion. It's January 2nd against Cornell. Might call that sort of a soft opening of the new building, although I'm sure it'll be completely packed. But a non-conference game then for the women versus TCU on January 3rd in Foster. There's D'Antoine Grimes for three. It rims out. Chachua scrapping for the rebound. KC comes away with it. Women versus TCU January 3rd, and then the men on January 6th or January 8th against BYU in Foster Pavilion. A new look Big 12 this year. Three from the corner is no good. Ball knocked out of bounds and will remain with the Roos.
Well, we've talked a lot about offense, and there's been a lot to talk about, but defensively, the Bears been good. Kansas City to 60, still have 2.5 minutes to play. 44% shooting, just 4 of 20 for the Kangaroos from the three-point line. Bears needed to take a step up defensively from last year, and thus far this season, they're off to a good start doing that. Good defensive effort tonight.
Caleb Lohner, Promise Idiaru get tangled up there. We haven't seen Promise's brother, Precious, on the floor, have we?
Promise and Precious. I think Precious is redshirting.
Oh, thank you for that.
That's right. That's just almost redshirting is a thing of the past.
It kind of
just doesn't happen anymore.
It kind of is. Think about a guy who you talk to and you say, yeah, we want to redshirt you, and he'd be on the next bus out of town.
That's right. Enter the transfer portal.
That's right.
Just doesn't happen. And, you know, Anton Grimes says a lot about him. Want to get better. It's where I want to be. And I'm going to take a year off and learn. Take a year off, not be eligible, but just get better.
It's a beautiful thing. Think about the history that Coach Drew and his staff have with guys coming here and redshirting. Corey Jefferson played his freshman year, redshirted his sophomore year.
That's right. Look
where he ended up.
Yeah, made all the difference.
Yeah.
All the difference in the world.
Playing out the final 155 of this game. Coach Marvin Menzies, his 14th year as a Division I head coach, second at Kansas City, coached at New Mexico State, coached at UNLV. Here is Austin Sachs onto the floor. Great to get Austin out there. Final 150 of this game. Driving a big time block by Lohner. Starts the break. Miro Little going for the dunk and is fouled hard at the other end. Man, took a hard fall on the foul by
playing time, getting a chance to score. You know, Miro Little, highly recruited, youngest player to ever play on the Finnish national team. So, John, we talked about how all these guys are young. Young is not what it used to be. Young
right.
is not the same young you and I are accustomed to, but they are new. These guys play so much year-round, tournaments, leagues, that when they get here, they're used to playing a lot. And the new thing is they've just got to get accustomed to playing with one another. But I don't even think of these guys as young anymore.
That's it. Think about the international competition Miro's had. And he comes here as a true freshman who's gone big chunk of the summer with, like you said, the Finnish national team. Austin Sachs is on the floor. See if Baylor can get him a shot. There's lead by the widest margin tonight. It's 94-60 with 1:43 to play.
Well, if he catches it, he's shooting it.
Yes.
I'll tell you that right now.
He came in the other day, Pat, and had...
there it is.
There we go, Austin Sachs. Oh! He hit it. Austin Sachs nails the three-pointer. That'll wake up the crowd.
Love it.
Sorry for those of you that were dozing off. And here's a steal by Grimes. He will dunk it at the other end. Couple of exclamation points at the end of this game.
Well, we said if Sachs catches it, it is going up. Good shot, bad shot, doesn't matter.
That was great.
Yeah, that was nice.
You folks don't know. Those guys at the end of the bench, when they get in the game, they're not passing it for the most part.
No. Oh, no. We're not wasting an opportunity. So here you go. Comes off a little bit of a screen. Actually, a couple of screens. Catches, fires.
Oh, yeah.
And
look at the bench.
Was good.
Watch the bench.
It was good the second it left his hand.
Love it. Foul was called on D'Antoine Grimes. That puts Babacar Diallo at the line. There is Austin Sachs. Three-pointer that gets the Bears. Well, at that point, got them to 97. Then the dunk by Grimes gets the Bears to 99. Ball saved. Can't save it inbounds off of Grimes.
You know, John, this team so far this season, in 3 games anyway, Baylor is averaging 87 points a game. And the quality of the competition, certainly not Big 12 level, but Bears did run up 88 against Auburn, who I thought defensively was pretty good. So we used the phrase offensive firepower a bunch tonight, and I think that's a pretty accurate description. These guys can score.
Cole Glasgow misses from three-point range. Final minute of the game. Baylor looking to top 100. Leading big over Kansas City. Chachua will drive. Shot no good. Sacks the rebound. Ooh, but he stepped out of bounds. Kansas City ball with 33.9 seconds to play.
Well, this was a tough out for Kansas City, and they had to have a lot of things go really well. They had to force turnovers, weren't able to do that. Had to make a bunch of threes, only made 4 of 22. And this is about as close as they were ever going to get. And caught Baylor, I think, John, at its very best offensively.
Long three, no good. Missed by Corsalt. Rebound by Lohner. Grimes will bring it up and drill out the final seconds of this game. Bears get to 99 on the night. Baylor is 4-0 on the season. Scott Drew